Copilot for Microsoft 365 can be a huge help in PowerPoint, whether it's to get you started quickly with a presentation you need to create, or to summarise and get action steps from an existing presentation you have access to. Depending on what you need to do, it can save you a lot of time. So in this video, I'm going to step through all the different options that currently exist with using Copilot in PowerPoint, the types of prompts you can use, how you can get help while you're using Copilot, and the ways that you can get data from elsewhere, and even how you go about setting it up so that Copilot is able to create PowerPoint slides that follow your organisational branding requirements, whether you're a PowerPoint user or your organisation's admin. By the end of this video, you'll be in a good place to be a champion in your business for the benefits of Copilot in PowerPoint. But first, a quick introduction. My name is Nick DeCourcy. I'm the owner of Bright Ideas Agency, a digital transformation consulting company focused on the needs of smaller businesses. If you're interested in working with me, or you'd like to learn more about my book on AI adoption for SMEs, Who's in the Copilot Seat, check out the links below. As always, none of the on-screen demos in this video share anyone's private information or data. Some of the experiences I'm showing are sped up or cut together to demonstrate the output without making you wait. You can use Copilot in PowerPoint in your desktop app or on the web. Here I have PowerPoint open in Windows in the desktop app, and as with most other Copilot experiences, I can access Copilot from the ribbon. And the first thing you can do is you can create a prompt which just gets information from the AI model's training data. So let's start off by asking it to create a presentation about the history of artificial intelligence. And the presentation it's going to create is going to be based on the training data of the model that Copilot is using. And now we know that is one of OpenAI's models, whether it's GPT 3.5 or GPT-4, I don't think we're entirely sure. And we're also not sure what version of that model that would be. So if you're using ChatGPT, for example, you know that they have been updated over time. So I wouldn't necessarily use this method to get something that's new or cutting edge, because the Copilot isn't necessarily going to know about it. But you can see that what we get here is an outline presentation of the history of artificial intelligence, and it does a fairly good job of putting together a presentation that's got a whole bunch of different information in there, just pulling from the AI's general knowledge. But frankly, within your general business setting, just creating something from the AI's general knowledge in terms of a presentation is not the most useful feature. What's more useful is that we can ask Copilot to create a presentation from another file that we've got inside Microsoft 365. And you can see that the example that I've put here as my prompt is a proposal for a fictitious company that's just been put together for these kinds of demos. And you can pull in any Word document that you have access to within Microsoft 365. Right now this is limited to Word documents, so you're not going to be able to pull in other presentations or spreadsheets or stuff from Loop, for example. You are limited to pulling through Word documents. And you can see here it's pulled together a fairly good presentation that breaks down a lot of the items that were in that proposal document that we fed it. But maybe we don't like the slides as they're outlined right now. So perhaps I want to say add a slide which is a thank you slide at the end of the presentation. And you can see it very quickly does that. I can then go and look at my other slides, and perhaps I think I would like an image here. So I can add an image of a computer to this slide. And you can see it even got what I was talking about, even though I mistyped computer. But perhaps I don't know what type of image I would like on this slide, so I'm just going to say add a relevant image. You can see it goes ahead and adds an image onto this slide that is, clearly it's someone using some piece of technology there, so it seems fairly relevant to the content of the slide that we've got. Perhaps I want to break my presentation down into sections. So I'm going to ask Copilot to organize the presentation. And you can see I now have my presentation grouped into different sections. Next, I want to talk about the help PowerPoint can give you to use Copilot well. But I also want to tell you about the help I can give you to get started with planning for AI adoption in your business. My first on-demand course, Fly into the Age of Copilots, is now available on my website at the link down below. Aimed at leaders in small and medium-sized businesses, this focuses on the core knowledge you need to get your business started in adopting AI, including learning how generative AI works, how it can impact your teams, how you should plan for it, and what the various risks and rewards might be. It includes over an hour of original video content in the style of these videos, but in a format that allows a much deeper dive. And for a limited period, it's completely free. So go and sign up, or send your boss the link. And while you're down there looking for that link, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop me a comment so I know you were here. And now, back to PowerPoint. One of the things I've highlighted about Copilot is just how easy it is to get help when you need it. PowerPoint is no exception, and it's important that you can get this help as the features of the various Copilots do get updated regularly, and you might find there are prompts available today that you couldn't do the last time you opened whichever app you're in. So let's take a look at where you find that help. So you can see here when you're in Copilot, if you come down to this view prompts, you can see the types of different prompts that you might want to ask. And if you want to look at more prompts that are available, you can jump over here and see that we have prompts that are broken down into these different categories that you can then try out. If you want to jump into Copilot Lab, that's also another experience with prompts that exist across the entire Copilot ecosystem. Now imagine you're not using PowerPoint to create a presentation, but instead you're viewing a presentation created by or sent to you by someone else. Copilot can help you here too. So first of all, I'm going to ask it to summarize this presentation. And you can see it creates the summary along with the references that you would expect that you see elsewhere in Copilot. But we could also dig into this more as well. I'm going to ask, are there any actions, dates, or deadlines in this presentation? And you can see that Copilot is able to pull out pertinent information, specifically what to do next, and also the fact that we need to agree to the proposal by mid-March in order to secure pricing. So it's important to remember that Copilot in PowerPoint is not only there for creating content, but also for analysing it. But also remember that when it comes to using content in PowerPoint slides, you also have the option to do this in Word and Microsoft 365 Chat, which is my preferred tool for this kind of workload right now. Copilot can work seamlessly with PowerPoint templates. In fact, you can simply browse templates in the new option in PowerPoint, open one you like, and then anything Copilot creates for you in that presentation will adopt that template's design. However, one of the promises of Copilot in PowerPoint is to be able to create presentations that are on brand for your company. And I know one of the things some users are unhappy with out of the box is that PowerPoint doesn't just go ahead and do this based on other information in your tenant. Right now, this capability is based solely on there being an appropriate PowerPoint template for your business brand. This needs to be a properly set up PowerPoint template file, so let's take a quick look at how we create that. So here I am in a blank presentation that's just using my normal PowerPoint template. And I'm going to head over to the View tab in the ribbon, and I'm going to click on my Slide Master view. And you can see here I have a view of all of the different layouts that are available in my presentation. So all I'm going to do here is I want to put a logo in the top right. So I'm going to go to Insert, Picture from this device. I'm going to grab the logo that I just got from Copilot and put on my desktop. I'll move it to the back so that everything is over the top of it. And you can see now I've got my logo up here on all of my slides. So now I can go ahead and go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save this not as a PowerPoint presentation, but instead as a PowerPoint template. I'm then going to head across to my files and I'm going to open a new PowerPoint presentation from this template. And you can see I now am back in PowerPoint. So I'm going to open Copilot and ask it to create a presentation on the history of Microsoft Office. And obviously when you create a template, your edits don't have to be as simplistic as just adding a logo to the top right of your presentation. You can change things with the styling, with the fonts, with images, and so on and so forth. But the point is that Copilot is going to follow what you guide it to do with your template. If you're a small business user with just a few users to keep on brand, then your implementation of this feature can be as simple as that. But if you want something more robust, there is a better option: putting your template inside an organizational asset library. I'll leave a link in the instructions for this below, but you need this to be carried out by either a global admin or a SharePoint admin. However, just be aware that this feature just gives you a better route to distribute your template in a neat way. It doesn't convey any special features on Copilot in how it works with your templates. You still, at a basic level, just need to create a template and then use that template when you're creating presentations with Copilot. So that's really it. Copilot in PowerPoint is super easy to get started with, and whether you're a power user looking for help with ideation or an intermittent user for whom Copilot will let you make your presentations look nicer without a lot of effort, it's sure to save you time. Thanks for watching through to the end. Until the next video, bye bye.